From the Samsung Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
The flames were intense. A home on the city's south side burned this morning, and the woman who lived here is lucky to be alive. An emergency worker from the area was in the right place at the right time and saved a life. The tragedy right before Christmas is where we begin tonight's Live at 5. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, two brave men put their own lives on the line to rescue a woman from her burning home. Flames were shooting from the windows late Sunday night. News 13's Jasmine Brooks went to the Elm Street house today, where crews were searching for answers as to how the fire got its start. She also met up with the two men who are now being called heroes for saving a life.
Giant flames and heavy smoke shot out of the windows of this Elm Street home Sunday night. With the second floor fully engulfed in flames, heavy smoke filled the entire residence. Meanwhile, a woman said to be trapped inside. This is what's left of the bedroom where the fire is believed to have started. What used to be a bed now just springs, dirt, and ashes. Two other bedrooms also suffered heavy damage. Within minutes, Hazleton Fire Department, APTS, and Valley Regional ALS Service was on scene. But less than 2 blocks away sits Tech Transport's base, and they were on scene first.
We opened the door, and there's the flames coming up over the house, and they said a woman was entrapped.
Realizing that they were about 100 yards away, the EMTs from Tech Transport raced to the fire to make sure everyone was out safely.
And I ran over to the door. The door was open, and there was like a Christmas tree and a television blocking the door. And we shoved that open, ran inside, went to grab the lady. She didn't want to come out. She didn't want to leave.
She was fighting with us in the house as the smoke condition and the flames were getting worse. Eventually, we just said, you know what, we're going to get her out of here. I scooped her up. We walked out with her, still grabbing onto the walls and fighting to try and stay in the house.
Chief Donald Leschko of the Hazleton Fire Department says the priority now is to talk with that woman and find out more information. Her name, however, is not being released at this time.
She was a middle-aged lady. She was. Again, you know, her biggest concern, as she said to me, was she just wanted to make sure her dog was safe.
And thanks to one woman who saw the flames blocks away, her dog was safe.
They were knocking on the window trying to get the lady to come out, but she wouldn't come out. And then I seen the dog there, so I went and scooped up the dog.
A cat was also rescued from the home. The woman and her husband are now being helped by the Red Cross, along with the attached home, who only suffered minor smoke damage.
But I'm thinking, oh my God, this house is burning, and the guy next door didn't even know it was on fire. He was doing dishes.
Crews were able to tame down the bulk of the fire in about 10 minutes. Within 1 hour, the scene was cleared. The fire remains under investigation at this time, but when News 13 stopped by, reconstruction had already been started, and we're told the couple should be able to return home in about 2 months. Jasmine Brooks, News 13.
Jasmine, thanks so much. With less than 1 week till Christmas, one local service agency is desperate for the community's help to assist the less fortunate in our area this season. We caught up with Major Craig Haggerty from the Salvation Army here in Hazleton as he rang the bell at the Red Kettle and braved the cold outside of Walmart this afternoon. He tells us he's in panic mode. The $25,000 goal set for this year is down 20% or $5,000, and there's not much time to catch up. The money goes towards the feeding program and Christmas assistance.
When you walk by a kettle, drop in some money. You can go to our website, salvationarmyusa.org, and you can donate online. And if your billing address is here in Hazleton, the money comes back and stays here in Hazleton. We desperately need people to show up at Walmart and Boscov's and buy our Christmas angels and buy a child a toy for Christmas. Because we're desperately short of toys, too. We don't have enough toys for all the kids that have been signed up.
Major Haggerty says people can still give to the Red Kettle campaign up until 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve. And he talked with Walmart officials to keep the angel tree up through Christmas Eve as well. The tree can be found in the front of Walmart, and there's also one in Boscov's cafeteria. News 13 told you Friday about a man that reportedly had a gun in the area of 7th and Seibert Streets in the city. Tonight, we now know more about what went down. Hazleton police responded to a burglar alarm at rear 642 Seibert Street and found a man believed to be intoxicated in the street brandishing a handgun. He was 35-year-old Julio Arizmendi, who lives at the address and who initially refused to drop his weapon for police. However, officers were eventually able to take him into custody without anyone being injured. He was charged with reckless endangerment, public drunkenness, and persistent disorderly conduct. He was sent to the county prison where he's unable to post $75,000 cash bail. Now, no one was injured and police have not said if anyone else was involved in this incident. We know they were initially searching for a vehicle with possibly 3 men inside, which was in the area at that same time. A 29-year-old Hazleton resident is locked up today after being picked up by city police on a warrant out of Schuylkill County. Hector Berberina Soto was wanted by Schuylkill authorities for failing to appear in court on DUI charges. Berberino Soto was taken to Luzerne County Prison in Wilkes-Barre, where he's awaiting transfer to the Schuylkill County Prison. Police said they caught up with the accused when they responded to a vandalism call in the 600 block of Carson Street around 4:30 Saturday afternoon. A Hazleton man was charged with selling drugs to an undercover officer last Tuesday on Route 924 in West Mahanoy Township. We're told 21-year-old Chad Yuka, who last lived on West Broad Street in the city, is now in the Luzerne County Prison tonight. Yuka sold 9 grams of cocaine with an estimated value of about $550 to an undercover officer. Now to another drug arrest in Carbon County, where police found during a traffic stop in Beaver Meadows that a Nesquehoning man, 32-year-old Michael Gilbert Oak, was arrested after they found drugs and paraphernalia on him when his car was stopped in the borough last month. Oak was arrested on 3 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia and 1 count of possession of a small amount of marijuana. Court papers said Oak became extremely nervous when police pulled him over. They asked him to get out of his car for a search, and when he did, a small foil pipe fell out of his waistband and 2 other pieces of paraphernalia were found. Police also found small amounts of marijuana and synthetic marijuana were also found during that search. Another holdup in the city of Hazleton, this time at a dollar store. Police were called to the dollar store at 220 East Diamond Avenue around noon Sunday after the place was robbed. Police said they were told a man entered that store, stole an unknown amount of money from the register and then fled. There were no reports of any injuries, and police did not provide a description of the robber. However, if you know any information that can help police make an arrest, you're asked to dial 911. All right, there's still much more news to come tonight, including your all-important forecast, and Ronnie's in with trivia treats. Plus, some folks in Hazel Township will see a new leader from Harrisburg come the new year. Tonight, Supervisor Bill Gallagher is here live to talk about what, if any, changes residents can expect to see. But first, a new look to our website here at SSP TV. Find out more about your community news station's new look and how you will benefit. It's all just a click away. We are just a few days away from the big day. As we count down to Christmas, Molino's Party Supplies in Sugarloaf on Route 93 is ready for the big holiday. Stop by for gifts under $20. Try Molino's concessions and moon jumps. Balloons galore at Molino's, so take your pick. And for that holiday party, stop by your colored plates, napkins, and cups for as low as $1.39 each at Molino's on Route 93 in Sugarloaf Township.
Stay tuned for great local programming all night long right here on SSP TV. At 7 o'clock, it's Feelin' Good. Join hosts Dr. Joe Bafil and Debbie Losan as they discuss chiropractic care and total body wellness. 7:30 is the Sam Losan Show. Join Sam as he talks with Sister Sponsa. And then from 8 to 9, you can catch holiday shopping. Join News 13 SSP TV as we visit local businesses and showcase their products and specialties for the holiday shopping season. 9 o'clock is another episode of the Sam Losan Show, and at 9:30, it's more holiday shopping. Don't forget about the broadcasts for our news at 6, 10, and 11:30. And thank you for making News 13 your #1 local news station.
It's Boscov's for last-minute gifts wrapped free and the best prices. 66 to 69% off Hastings & Smith fashion rib knit tops, $7.99. $50 off ladies' genuine suede boots, $29.99. 74% off men's chaps sweaters, $17.99 at Boscov's. 75% off our entire stock of Falscraft, Lennox, and Spode holiday dinnerware. Take home Max and Molly holiday plush, only $6.99 each at all Boscov's.
Check out the newly designed Chrysler 200, or how about the two-door Jeep Wrangler or four-door Unlimited. Jeep Patriot is named best priced SUV in America. Jeep Grand Cherokee styling is second to none. Jeep Compass named top 10 fuel-efficient SUV with sophisticated styling. It's Ram commercial truck season. Get what you deserve: power, performance, and a Dodge Ram. How about Dodge Journey Seat 7 with four-wheel drive, a winning combination. Dodge Durango, let the towing begin. Best in class, up to 7,400-pound capability. It's all-American Tamaqua.
Our community has suffered many accidents and traumas over the past couple of weeks and used hundreds of pints of blood. This has caused the community blood inventory to drop to a critical level. Please donate blood with Miller Keystone Blood Center. Check out giveapint.org today.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Ron Marchetti.
Not counting today, 5 days before Christmas, December 19. Hi, everybody. It's the day after Week 14 in the NFL, when a team that was 13-0 and lost, and when another team was 0-13 and won. When has that happened before this late in the season? Also, it's the day after the Redskins defeated the Giants for the second time this season. In one season, this will be our final Monday show for this year. But we still got 2 more Friday shows for 2011. 66 years ago, in 1945, the NFL championship game between the Cleveland Rams and Washington Redskins at Municipal Stadium was decided by a safety. With the score tied 0-0 in the first period, Washington's Sammy Baugh dropped back in his own end zone and let fly with the pass that steered into one of the uprights on the goalpost by a strong gust of wind off Lake Erie. Now remember, back in those days, the goalposts were on the goal line, not at the back of the end zone like nowadays. So under current regulations in 1945, the play was ruled a safety and ultimately determined the winning edge for the Rams, who ended up with a 15-14 victory over the Redskins. By the time the 1946 season started, that rule was changed to any pass that strikes a goalpost will be ruled incomplete. Staying with football, but from NFL to college. On this day, in 1962, 49 years ago, Oregon State quarterback Terry Baker ran 99 yards for the only score in a 6-0 victory over Villanova in the Liberty Bowl at Municipal Stadium in Philadelphia. Baker will hold the distinction of being the sole collegian to win the Heisman Trophy and play in the NCAA basketball Final Four in the same school year. As a starting guard, he played 27 minutes but shot 0 for 9 from the field in Oregon State's 80-46 semifinal loss to Cincinnati the following March. Baker will be the #1 overall choice by the Los Angeles Rams in the 1963 NFL draft, but would prove a bust as a pro, lasting only 3 seasons. He went on to become an attorney in Portland, Oregon. Now to the NBA. 28 years ago in 1983, playing the Detroit Pistons in Denver, the Nuggets rang up the second highest point total in NBA history, but lost, as they also surrendered the most points in league history. The final score was Detroit 186, Denver 184 in 3 overtimes. The 370 points by the two teams easily set another record. The next highest figure was 337. Detroit tied the score at 145 with 4 seconds left in regulation when Bill Laimbeer intentionally missed a free throw and Isaiah Thomas rebounded and hit a driving layup. It was 159 at the close of the first overtime and 171 apiece at the end of the second overtime. High scores were Kiki Vanderway of the Nuggets with 51 and Denver's Alex English had 47. The year again was 1983. We'll see you on Friday night with our Christmas show. Till then, be a good sport, stay loose.
All right, thanks, Ronnie. Now, if you at home enjoy seeing Ronnie right here on News 13, you'll love our new website because you can follow Ron, Freddie B, get current weather conditions, and breaking news alerts now. Officially launched today, SSPTV.com is your one-stop shop for everything you want or need to know about Greater Hazleton. and what's going on in the community. Our news team will update the site throughout the day with breaking news or any big news that's happening. And if there's a storm on the way or some bad weather, just log on and get up-to-the-minute conditions and future outlooks.
SSPTV.com is now our the Hazleton area's one-stop for everything news related for the Hazleton area. It's no longer, just video. We now have all of your weather, current conditions, current weather conditions, and sports. The short shots that Ron does and Fred's Sportcast, as well as being able to comment on our news stories and being able to subscribe. You can now subscribe to our website, and you'll get an email alert for any stories that we post.
And you can also watch any local show that airs on SSP TV at our website. And don't forget to subscribe so you can stay informed right on your cell phone. So mark this down, www.ssptv.com, and check out the new features. And feel free to send us any comments, good or bad, because the website is for all of you, the viewers. So we want your input to make it the best it can be. Also, each day there will be new features added. So keep checking back to the site for those new arrivals. On your screen right now, you're winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. I know I could sure use to win the lottery these days to keep up with Santa and all the things on Nathan's wish list. So your daily number tonight, 063. Your big 47718. Quinto 51463. And treasure hunt 3512 1524.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town, the Anthracite Model Railroad Open House. These will be held Saturday, January 7th from noon to 7 p.m. and on Sunday, January 8th from 1 to 5 p.m. For more information, please visit their website at www.amrclub.org. And have you seen this dog? If you see Fox, this Pomeranian, please call Chris at 570-233-2199. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Joseph Francis Raynock of Freeland. A massive Christian burial will be held Tuesday at 11 a.m. from the Our Lady of Lourdes Church. The viewing will be held Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. Thomas A. Hornack of Hazleton. The funeral will be held Wednesday at 11 a.m. from the Firo Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Andrew Mormack of New Cokesville. The funeral will be held Wednesday at 10 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. John Quill Fanicase of Hazleton. The funeral services will be held Tuesday at 11 a.m. from the Bells Petrelli Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. And Pauline A. Molinoni of Lehighton. The arrangements are under the direction of the Harmon Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for the second best. Be sure to book your funeral luncheon at Mia's, the Hazleton area's #1 rated restaurant. As always, there's plenty of free parking behind the Markle building.
Freeland Senior Apartments, independent living at affordable prices for seniors and persons with disabilities. Affordable one-bedroom apartments to fit your needs, wall-to-wall carpeting, community room, on-site laundry and security system, free prescription delivery, and pets are welcome. Within walking distance of pharmacies, healthcare providers, restaurants, and more. Come visit us, 403 Ridge Street in Freeland, or call 570-636-2537.
The Hollywood Diner and Sports Bar is now well established in the greater Hazleton area. Think Hollywood for great food. Think Hollywood for great entertainment. Think Hollywood for a great atmosphere with family and friends. Open 7 days a week and 24 hours on the weekend with lunch and dinner specials. The Hollywood Diner, where everyone is treated like a star.
If you want the area's best selection of beer in cases and kegs, well, you've got it at JoJo's Beverages on the Airport Beltway. All the best brews, no extra charge for cold ones, and over 300 varieties by the cases. We also carry Tom Hicken bottled water and great spring water. The propane pumping station is now open and running. So when it comes to where you go for your brew, go to JoJo's Beverages, owned and operated by Joe Nemchek, a Nemchek family company, on the Airport Beltway in Hazleton. Open 7 days a week.
Buy right the first time at Independence Toyota. With every pre-owned vehicle purchase, receive a 1-year or 12,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. With over 80 in stock, starting at just $4,999. And remember, if you don't see this license plate frame on the back of your vehicle, then you probably paid too much. Located on the Airport Beltway across from Walmart.
J-Bell, a trusted name in jewelry since 1916. J-Bell's hand-finished jewelry is among the finest made in the United States. The secret to J-Bell's success and quality is our state-of-the-art die-striking process, backed by skilled craftsmen. As many as 30 different steps may go into a single piece. It's like wearing a work of art. That's why J-Bell is found at only the finest jewelry stores.
Stop by Howard's Jewelers in the Laurel Mall in West Hazleton to see our magnificent collection of J-Bell die-struck engagement rings.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Joining me now live is Hazel Township Supervisor Chair Bill Gallagher. 2 new things for the new year coming up in 2012. That is a new website, which we're going to talk about, and a new state representative for a portion of the township. So, Billy, let's first talk about the change with Representative Toohill to Representative Mullery and how much of an effect this really is going to have on the township.
Well, I hope for the residents of the township, it really won't have any effect. I'm sure that with Representative Toohill's office downtown, she would still be able to supply the necessary forms that any of the residents would need. She is going to be handling the Cranberry, Harwood, Humboldt section, and Eagle Rock. Representative Mullery from the 119th up in Nanticoke, he basically has the rest of the township. His chief of staff was in contact with me early last week. We were working on a day to meet and just a meet and greet. But he's also asked about being able to use the Commons building maybe every 2 weeks as his temporary office. And of course, we opened our arms, right up front. The Commons building's used by everybody in the area, not just Hazel Township residents. And he said he would like to be able to, use something like that's handicap accessible. Right. So we've already made that offer to him to be able to come down and meet with the residents. So I don't think they're really going to have as much as a problem as we are. I think it's going to be harder on the supervisors when we are looking at projects. And of course, we're always in a project somewhere. So we're going to have to make sure we're going to the right representative and working with them. And I hope that Representative Toohill and Representative Mullery, can get together, because it's hard. I guess it's going to be hard on them to be split, but it's probably going to be a lot harder on us with those things. I don't think we'll really get all the services we need. But I think they both seem optimistic that they'll be able to provide, help with us along the way. So we're working on it.
Are there any current projects that are currently underway that might have to be transferred to the new representative for him to fulfill?
Hazel Township Boulevard, our road, we're down to the creek. The contractors were in there doing the drainage work, stone work. So that intersection is almost made into the T intersection below the soccer fields right now. So the next thing will be the bridge, and that's what we've been talking about for probably the last 5 to 7 years, is coming up with the probably $500,000 we're going to need to put the bridge in. So we'll be meeting with him and explaining to him, where we're at, and looking. I know there's some more money being put into the transportation budgets, and I would hope that project maybe would fall into one of those categories this time because of the traffic, especially that's on Hazel Township Boulevard, and again, it's a multi-use road. It's not just for Hazel Township residents, and well, that'll be our first thing to talk to him about would be trying to secure some funding for the bridge.
Okay. Before we move on to your new website, which is going to be a great tool for the residents of Hazel Township, talk to me a little bit about the new year for you guys. Pretty much an easy deal. Passed a budget real easily. You are seeing a little bit of a surplus for next year, and everything looks like it's on track.
Right. We accomplished a lot of big road projects this year. They just finished putting a scratch coat on Christine Road up in Ridgewood on Friday. We won't go back and actually do the paving until next year because we're just running out of time. The Cranberry project is done. The Club 40 project just needs some minor work along the sides of the road, and they were all well in excess of $100,000 each project. Our guys worked hard in a lot of other drainage projects. I mean, there's nothing small in the township, unfortunately, because of when we get into something, we never know what we're going to get into. So we did a lot of road projects this year. We put up our second salt shed this year, did a lot of work at the park, put up a storage building out there. And when we had our meeting in November, we were we're looking at about $300,000 in the black, which on a $4 million budget is really good. I'm sure that there aren't too many municipalities that are finishing in the black this year. So it gives us a head start. And depending on the weather, I don't think we'll burn that up in the next 2 weeks. I'm praying we don't. So we should be good going into January, yeah.
All right, really good. And I know we took some video of it today about a new website launching in the township. People will be able to go there and utilize it for any paperwork they might need to print out or any information they might need about what's going on in their community.
Yeah, we worked with Precision Design in Hazleton, and they did a fantastic job. We had an old website that was actually maintained by one of the members of the fire department, and it really was an active website. But due to the fact that we have so many contractors and developers from out of the area that are always looking for forms or pricing or anything they need to, we figured it was time to upgrade. And they did a fantastic job for us. It has a lot of drop-down tools. Some of them aren't completely done yet, but for the majority, it'll give the residents numbers to contact for the municipal services, for the road department, for the refuse collection, sewer boards. It also lists, who's on what boards and commissions, and I think it'll be great for anybody in the township, but also more for those developers and contractors that need forms, and it saves us in postage, sending them out, returning them. And the best thing about it is they trained our girls in the office that they can actually manage the website unless we have a problem. So we're real happy with it. I think they did a great job. Butchie, Andy, and I were looking at it, going over it, and we're real happy with it.
All right, very good. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time, but come back in the new year. Let us know what's going on in the township come 2012, and also keep us updated on Representative Mulry and maybe those days when he might be in the area for people to visit with him.
Yep, and tell your little guy I said Merry Christmas.
I definitely will. He's not going to be a happy camper if Mommy doesn't find that gift he wants. So, so I can find it and tell Santa where to pick it up at.
That's right.
All right, Billy, thanks so much.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. Well, it was a cold Monday with the wind whipping and temps that felt like they were in the teens. Let's see what Mother Nature has in store for us tonight and into your Tuesday. Mostly cloudy skies this evening. We're going to dip to 31. It's going to remain chilly, and there is a chance of some rain mixing in with some snow. But for tomorrow, it's mostly cloudy skies throughout your day. We're only going to get up to 38 degrees on your Tuesday. Coming up live at 5:30, we'll tell you how the rest of this work week is looking. And tonight's forecast brought to you by System 1, 123 West Broad Street in Hazleton, 497-4266. There's a job fair coming up on Monday, December 26th. That's the day after Christmas. So you could get a nice late Christmas present, maybe a new job at the Laurel Mall. Check out the job fair, 10 to 7 on Monday, December 26th. All right, that does it for us tonight, live at 5. Coming up next on News 13 Live at 5:30. It was a busy weekend for Tampa Bay Rays manager Joe Madden. From a sports auction to a Thanksmas dinner, a home run for Hazleton's own baseball star as he works hard to unite the community he grew up in and still calls home. Make sure you check out the new SSPTV.com, and don't forget to make us your friend on Facebook. And while you're online, check out thestandardspeaker.com and thecitizensvoice.com. We'll see you in just a few for your Live at 5:30. Stay with us.
On behalf of the staff here at Billy Kellum's Insurance Agency, we would like to wish all of our family, friends, clients a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I'm Sam Lassant, CEO of Samson Productions and News 13.
And I'm Scott Lynott, publisher of the Standard Speaker.
On behalf of the Lassant family and all of us here at SSP TV Local News 13.
And from the Lynott and Haggerty families, along with the staff of the Standard Speaker, we want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas.
And a very healthy and prosperous New Year. I want to thank all of you for watching our local programming and supporting our News Alliance.
I would also like to thank all of our faithful readers for your support throughout the year. We are looking forward for the new year to continue to provide you with local news and information.
Thank you.
And have a safe and happy holiday season.
Providence Place is a residence for active seniors who choose to provide for their own changing needs. Living alone is not the only choice. At Providence Place, you would have tasty and nutritious meals and a choice of the best desserts, frequent opportunities to socialize with your friends, free transportation to local doctor's visits, our friendly and helpful staff on duty 24/7, all this for a surprisingly affordable daily rate. Providence Place, the best solution for loneliness and boredom.
For almost 40 years, Hazelton Custom Cleaners, located in the Churchill Mall, has been the place where people go to get quality cleaning. Hazelton Custom Cleaners offers senior discounts, hems and alterations, specializing in draperies, gown preservations, next day service, and as always, they're second to none when it comes to dry cleaning and shirt laundering. Hazelton Custom Cleaners in the Churchill Mall, just off Route 309. Give them a call at 455-6211.
Schumann Disposal Incorporated is a local family-owned company proudly serving Cunningham, Sugarloaf, Drums, and Beach Mountain since 1963. Roll-off and rear-load containers are available. To schedule weekly trash pickup and container services, give Schumann Disposal a call, 788-1294. Our business is picking up.
When we at Humboldt Industrial Supply count our blessings at Christmas time, we think of friends like you. Christmas greetings and a Happy New Year from Humboldt Industrial Supply. Here's to good friends, good times, good health, good cheer, and happy holidays throughout the year. Happy holidays from your friends at the Dragonfly Cafe. May your heart be decorated with ornaments of peace, joy, and love this holiday season. Happy holidays from McCann School of Business and Technology. Changing futures, changing lives. Coming up live at 5:30, he led the Tampa Bay Rays to another successful season on the baseball diamond, and now the American League Manager of the Year returned home for a weekend of success. Madden makes a difference in Hazleton. His goal is to unite a community divided.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, for Hazleton native Joe Madden, he's a superstar in the world of baseball, but aside of the fame, he has never forgotten where he came from. The Tampa Bay Rays manager hit a home run this weekend as he brought some heavy hitters to town in an effort to bring Hazleton together as one. The American League Manager of the Year returned to Hazleton for a jam-packed weekend of events, all part of HIP, Hazleton's immigration project, which Madden helped launch. Friday night, baseball fans and local residents flocked to Lobitz's, where not only could they meet and greet with Madden, but also the one and only Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Yogi Berra and Hazleton's own Russ Kanzler, who plays for the Tampa Bay Rays. There were other famous faces on hand. Freddie B will talk with many of them tonight in sports. We are also pleased to say that Fred served as MC for Friday's event. The goal of HIP is to provide educational, cultural, and athletic activities at little or no cost to economically disadvantaged children. Madden hopes to soon open a community center for local children in downtown Hazleton. We talked with him on Friday, who said he dreams big, and his dream of uniting Hazleton may be somewhat of a tough task, but he'll get the job done as long as the community supports him and steps up to the plate.
I mean, listen, I always dream big. It's I don't visualize small. Michelangelo always said to aim high because the threat of not doing that is that you may hit your target. So you got to always aim high. We're going to do that here. We're going to make this thing work. Our city's going to thrive again, and this is just the beginning.
This sold-out event offered an ethnic meal and sports memorabilia auction, celebrity bartenders, and much more. The day before, on Thursday, Madden hosted a news conference with retired Baltimore Oriole Bill Ripken by his side, and who presented a ceremonial check for $25,000 from the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation. The money will be used to support the proposed Hazleton Community Center that HIP hopes to again open in downtown soon. Again, more on this event tonight in local sports. Saturday night, Joe Madden invited families to Hazleton Elementary Middle School, where a special showing of a famous Christmas movie was held in the Alice C. Wilty Performing Arts Center. another project the baseball star was active in making happen. Then on Sunday, Madden continued to make a difference in his hometown by strapping on an apron and volunteering at the Salvation Army. With the help of family and friends, Madden brought his Thanksmas meal to the Salvation Army in downtown Hazleton. Madden says the goal was to bring some holiday cheer to the less fortunate of our area, another community-minded event. For the past 6 years, Madden and the Rays have reached out to those in need by hosting a holiday meal, sort of like this, in Tampa Bay right around the holiday season. But he decided to bring the event to his Hazleton home. Madden was pleased to see the many faces who showed up to help him help others, and was also flattered at the chanting from the hungry folks as he arrived to serve up some delicious food. Madden says he's big on encouraging people to volunteer every day of the year, not just around special occasions, and this is one way to raise awareness about the homeless situation and how many folks are in need these days.
I think if you came down here and shook hands with these people and try to understand better what the homeless situation is all about, you would gain a better appreciation and understanding and empathy and be probably a little bit more civic-minded because of that. That's what we need. We need more civic-mindedness in town right now. To get us back on our feet, you have to put your prejudices and your beliefs in your back pocket somewhat and go out and be re-educated to what's going on today. And if you do that, we're going to get our city back on its feet, but it takes everybody. And if you think that your contribution won't matter, you're wrong. There's power in numbers, and the more people we get involved, the better chance we have of making this work.
Volunteers who pitched in to serve up food alongside Madden wore specially designed aprons with the Thanksmas logo on it. It's glasses wearing turkey with a Rays Santa hat. And we must add that the glasses, of course, are similar to ones that are a trademark of Madden. All of the food served up on Sunday was donated by local business owners and individuals, and all of the guests were given Tampa Bay Rays gifts, including hoodies and hats for the children. Next year, Madden's goal is to have this meal in a bigger hall with even more volunteers. We told you on Friday that thanks to a local organization in the business of granting wishes, some little ones will be turning beads into hope. Janet Weiss Children's Hospital is now taking part in the Beads of Courage program. News 13 was there Friday as that program launched. The Palermo Heart to Heart Foundation from Hazleton donated $11,000 to make the program possible at the facility in Danville. Through Beads of Courage, children with cancer can tell their cancer story, stringing colorful beads as meaningful symbols of courage that commemorate medical milestones during their treatment. Every bead tells a story of strength, honor, and hope.
You know, originally the Palermo Heart to Heart Foundation kind of was set up as a Make-A-Wish where we'd send 3-4 families away every year. When we saw the advantage and the opportunity with the Beads of Courage to serve potentially hundreds of children in Pennsylvania, we just knew this was the right opportunity for our foundation, and it was a good use of our sponsors' contributions to touch children, not only here at Janet Weiss, but someday hopefully throughout all the children's hospitals in Pennsylvania.
This is going to be huge emotionally for the kids. It'll give them time away from being in the clinic while they're getting chemotherapy or when they know that they have to get a needle poke. So emotionally it'll give them something to look forward to come to the clinic and be able to string their beads and to have a new accomplishment or just to know that there's something waiting for them.
I think one of the hardest things was when her hair first started falling out, and she wasn't used to that, but even with that, we've got hats and really cool little things to put on her hats, and it helped, and she's amazing what she's been through and just the courage and strength she's had through it all.
It truly is amazing watching these young children string their beads and the smile, and they're looking and they're taking pride and ownership in having chemo treatments and bone marrow transplants and infusions, things that adults have a hard time dealing with. These children face every day, and it's a time for them to take a step back, not worry about the pain and discomfort, but just be proud of what they went through. And I got to tell you, if this doesn't warm your heart, I don't know what does.
Now, each color bead stands for a different milestone, like chemotherapy is a white bead, hair loss is a face bead, and surgery is a star bead. For From the start, each child is given a string of beads spelling out their first name. Right now, the Beads of Courage program is available at 100 children's hospitals throughout the United States and abroad, serving over 30,000 children. You can find out more about the program online, along with more on the Heart to Heart Foundation. Moving on tonight, 2 brave men put their own lives on the line to rescue a woman from her burning home. Flames were shooting from the windows late Sunday night. News 13's Jasmine Brooks went to the Elm Street house today, where crews were searching for answers as to how the fire got its start. She also met up with the 2 men who are now being called heroes for saving a life.
Giant flames and heavy smoke shot out of the windows of this Elm Street home Sunday night. With the second floor fully engulfed in flames, heavy smoke filled the entire residence. Meanwhile, a woman said to be trapped inside. This is what's left of the bedroom where the fire is believed to have started. What used to be a bed now just springs, dirt, and ashes. 2 other bedrooms also suffered heavy damage. Within minutes, Hazleton Fire Department, APTS, and Valley Regional ALS Service was on scene. But less than 2 blocks away sits Tech Transport's base, and they were on scene first.
We opened the door, and there's the flames coming up over the house, and they said a woman was entrapped.
Realizing that they were about 100 yards away, the EMTs from Tech Transport raced to the fire to make sure everyone was out safely.
And I ran over to the door. The door was open, and there was like a Christmas tree and a television blocking the door. And we shoved that open, ran inside, went to grab the lady. She didn't want to come out. She didn't want to leave.
She was fighting with us in the house as the smoke condition, the flames were getting worse. Eventually, we just said, you know what, we're going to get her out of here. I scooped her up. We walked out with her, still grabbing onto the walls and fighting to try and stay in the house.
Chief Donald Leschko of the Hazleton Fire Department says the priority now is to talk with that woman and find out more information. Her name, however, is not being released at this time.
She was a middle-aged lady. She was. Again, you know, her biggest concern, as she said to me, was she just wanted to make sure her dog was safe.
And thanks to one woman who saw the flames blocks away, her dog was safe.
They were knocking on the window trying to get the lady to come out, but she wouldn't come out. And then I seen the dog there, so I went and scooped up the dog.
A cat was also rescued from the home. The woman and her husband are now being helped by the Red Cross, along with the attached home, who only suffered minor smoke damage.
But I'm thinking, oh my God, this house is burning, and the guy next door didn't even know it was on fire. He was doing dishes.
Crews were able to tame down the bulk of the fire in about 10 minutes. Within 1 hour, the scene was cleared. The fire remains under investigation at this time, but when News 13 stopped by, reconstruction had already been started, and we're told the couple should be able to return home in about 2 months. Jasmine Brooks, News 13.
All right, Jasmine, thanks so much. With less than 1 week till Christmas, one local service agency is desperate for the community's help to assist the less fortunate this holiday season. We caught up with Major Craig Haggerty from the Salvation Army here in Hazleton as he rang the bell at the Red Kettle and braved the cold outside of Walmart this afternoon. He tells us he's in panic mode. The $25,000 goal set for this year is down 20% or $5,000, and there's not much time to catch up. The money goes towards the feeding program and Christmas assistance.
When you walk by a kettle, drop in some money. You can go to our website, salvationarmyusa.org, and you can donate online. And if your billing address is here in Hazleton, the money comes back and stays here in Hazleton. We desperately need people to show up at Walmart and Boscov's and buy our Christmas angels and buy a child a toy for Christmas, because we're desperately short of toys too. We don't have enough toys for all the kids that have been signed up.
Major Haggerty says people can still give to the Red Kettle campaign up until 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve. And he talked with Walmart officials and asked to keep that angel tree up through Christmas Eve as well. The tree can be found in the front of Walmart, and there's also one in Boscov's cafeteria. Only a few more days to pick up those perfect presents for your loved ones. Maybe you're looking for that Christmas stocking stuffer. How about keeping your loved ones feeling good with a gift for a massage at Bafeel Family Chiropractic? Give them a call or pick one up today. And coming up tonight, we have a look at the weather. Will the cold temps be sticking around this week? And we'll see why Santa was at one local school reading with the students. Also ahead, a new look for SSPTV.com, a one-stop shop for news and information for Greater Hazleton.
When is the best time of the year to buy? It's now. The year-end vehicle eradication.
That's right. The best time of the year to buy is now. And right now, you can buy this 2012 Jeep Patriot 4x4 for $18,995. So come on down to Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge for your end-of-the-year clearance price and ask for me, Bob Rigotti.
The year-end eradication at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Exit 145 off I-81 near the Laurel Mall in Hazel Township.
It's Boscov's for last-minute gifts wrapped free and the best prices. 66 to 69% off Hastings & Smith fashion rib knit tops, $7.99. $50 off ladies' genuine suede boots, $29.99. 74% off men's chop sweaters, $17.99 at Boscov's. 75% off our entire stock of Falscraft, Lennox, and Spode holiday dinnerware. Take home Max and Molly holiday plush, only $6.99 each at all Boscov's.
Anyone can make a phone call. What's important is who's on the other end. We've been doing injury law for more than 35 years. It's what we do most. It's what we do best. It's what we do every day. So if you're hurt and want a lawyer who does nothing but injury law every day, there's no reason to call anyone else.
Call Vallow Law, Injury Lawyers.
When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
Welcome back. News 13 is very proud to announce that we've launched a new website that will give all of you the latest information when it comes to current top stories, weather conditions, and breaking news alerts. Officially launched today, SSPTV.com is your one-stop shop for everything you want to know or need to know about Greater Hazleton and what's going on in the community. Our news team will be updating the site throughout the day with breaking news or any big news that's happening or any events. And if there's a storm on the way or some bad weather, just log on and get up-to-the-minute conditions and future outlooks.
SSPTV.com is now our the Hazleton area's one-stop for everything news related for the Hazleton area. It's no longer, just video. We now have all of your weather, current conditions, current weather conditions, and sports. The short shots that Ron does and Fred's Sportcast, as well as being able to comment on our news stories and being able to subscribe. You can now subscribe to our website, and you'll get an email alert for any stories that we post.
And you can also watch any local show that airs right here on SSP TV at our website. And don't forget to subscribe so you can stay informed right on your cell phone. So mark this down, www.ssptv.com, and check out the new features. And feel free to send us any comments, good or bad, because the website is for all of you, the viewers. So we want input to make it the best it can be. Also, each day there will be new features added, so keep checking back to the site for new arrivals. It was a cold one out there today in Greater Hazleton with clouds in the area and not a lot of sun out there warming it up for us. Let's see what's on tap for tonight and the next 4 days. Chance of rain and snow coming our way this evening, with a low down to 31 degrees, and the clouds will remain out there tonight. Here we go, right across the board, not looking too sunny. 38 Tuesday with a chance of some flurries possible. Wednesday, we see rain and sleet, likely cloudy skies, a high near 46 degrees. Now, Wednesday night, look for the clouds to be sticking around. We'll dip down to 37. There's a chance of still some showers in Greater Hazleton. On Thursday, look for mostly cloudy skies with a high of 43. Thursday night, chance of rain, possibly some snow showers, low down to 33. Friday, high near 38 degrees with rain and snow showers likely. And Friday evening, mostly cloudy with a low down to 26 degrees. Your forecast tonight brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming on North Broad Street in West Hazleton. Call 459-0310. There's still time to make an appointment to get your furry friend all groomed and pretty For Christmas, Jude, Harley, and Hunter went to visit Santa after getting their hair done at the Lazy Dog. So we invite you to send holiday pictures of your furry friends, kitty cats or puppy dogs. You can either post them on the website at Lazy Dog, or excuse me, on Lazy Dog's Facebook page, and then Melissa will be sure to get them to us, or you can send them right here to News 13. Either way is fine, and we'll feature your holiday pet right here on News 13. But that's the Lazy Dog Salon, Broad Street in West Hazelton. All right, when we come right back, Freddie B has much more with Joe Madden and the many famous faces who were in our neck of the woods this weekend, helping the American League Manager of the Year bring the Hazelton community back together again. And first graders at Arthur Street had a fun day at school reading and visiting with Batman. Jolly old St. Nick. Stay with us.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in and win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Susan Yanis of Latimer Mines. Susan, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
During this time of the year that our hearts turn to thoughts of friends and family. Howard's Jewelers in the Laurel Mall would like to wish all our friends and customers and everybody within the sound of my voice a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and the most healthy and happiest, prosperous New Year ever. Thank you.
SSP TV Sports on News 13. With Fred Barletta Jr.
No question about it. A weekend to remember in the greater Hazelton area, particularly if you're a sports enthusiast. You know, the funny part is we didn't have a clock. No one was keeping score, and there's no standings involved in it. So you wonder, what the heck could we be doing right here on the sports report? Well, that's because if it were not for the sports, well, that was the center focal point of it all. We're talking about all of the activities involving the Hazelton Integration Project, Joe Madden's new favorite charity, and it was a huge, huge hit over the weekend. And, of course, working backwards yesterday, they had the Thanksmas up at the Salvation Army. They had the film presentation up at the Wiltsey Center on Saturday night. But Friday night, unquestionably, the highlight of the entire weekend. Hey, you get Yogi Berra in town. Now, a lot has been said the last couple of days about Don Zimmer, Yogi Berra and alikes, and some of the other things going on there, but hey, I'm a media guy. There were some big-time media celebrities there. If you're a Yankee fan, well, you certainly recognize the name and face of Kim Jones, she of the Yes Network. She was on hand, and she was very happy to make the trip from the Big Apple to pitch in a little bit.
Well, Joe Madden and I had an instant bond when I met him because we're Pennsylvanians. I'm from York, Pennsylvania. He's from Hazelton. And when he told me about this project, I literally said, anything I can do, let me know. And I meant it. And luckily, it worked out schedule-wise. I'm able to be here tonight, and I'm delighted to be here. What a neat event, and a great job by Joe Madden and his wife, Jay.
It was a thrill for me to be co-MC with Kim Jones, as well as another guy, Ed Randall. Now, you might not recognize the face because he's one of the great baseball radio voices of my lifetime. He has WFAN once a week and on the MLB network. And surprised to see him. Didn't know he was coming. Glad he was. And he is definitely a Joe Madden fan.
Well, I've gotten to know him since he's been the manager of Tampa Bay, even though he's been in the game for 1,000 years. Never knew him when he was with the Angels, but we've developed a wonderful friendship. He has my undying admiration, not just because of what a wonderful manager he is and what a terrific asset he is to the game of baseball, but just how you can talk to him about so many subjects. He's a man of the world, and I'm privileged to know him, and I'm thrilled to be with you tonight.
A lot of fun talking baseball with all of those people, but more importantly, they're all on board with the project, and they showed it by showing up, and it was just a great, great weekend. Success all the way around for Joe Madden, Bob Curry, and his gang. Congratulations, guys. First year was an absolute home run. Now, let's get down to a couple of scores. Got to do that, or they may throw me out of here. Anyhow, Misericordia gets the win over Lebanon Valley, and guess who was at the top of his game? Ethan Eichhorst, the Hazleton native, 25 points, 11 rebounds, helps lead Misery to the victory. High school girls basketball tonight on the schedule. Hazleton area long trip out to State College. They're still looking for the first win of the year. The Monterey area Golden Bears in town to take on Marion, and the Phillies in hometown. College, Misericordia is at Marywood. That's men's, and Ball State. They are back in action tonight as well. And as far as girls basketball of local interest, Flanny and the gang, Bloomsburg, they're at Chestnut Hill. We'll give you all the reports on that. And tonight, guess who's going to drop the puck? Joe Madden is going to start the game off by dropping the puck. If you didn't get him this weekend, he'll be signing autographs up there, so you still have time. Albany, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. And if that's not enough, hey, welcome aboard to a brand new sponsorship tonight, and that's our friends at Stripes and Strikes. What's Stripes and Strikes? Well, it's now the new area sporting good retailer. They have retail sales, team sales, and officiating equipment for every sport imaginable. And with Christmas coming up very, very shortly, you might want to check them out. Where are they? Well, they're on Route 309 across from Genetti's Best Western. 1348 is the address. But you find Genetti's, you look right across the street. And I'm telling you, get down there and see it. Very impressive looking place. They got Cougar attire. They've got all kind of stuff. They have a December special with 10% off any MLB product. We welcome them aboard. We wish them the best of luck, and we thank them for on their new venture joining us right here on SSP TV. Now, let's not forget our friends at Bottlenecks, because it's Monday, folks. Crab and clam seafood jam night. You're going to love it tonight at Bottlenecks. Little neck clams, $3 a dozen. Peel and eat shrimp, that's $3 a dozen. Or the jumbo snow crab legs, $8.95 for a pound. Monday night football. Everybody's in the festive mood, so check it out. Our friends at Bottlenecks.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks, but now a new tasty reason to stop by. New succulent snow crab legs, steamed, seasoned, and served with lemon and hot melted butter. And seafood fans will love Monday nights for the Crab and Clam Seafood Jam, featuring little neck clams in garlic butter and peel and eat Old Bay shrimp. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks.
When considering home health care, choose the leader, All Care Home Care. Serving the area for almost a quarter of a century, All Care Home Care's compassionate RNs and LPNs provide medical, physical, and speech therapy, combined with dietary and medical social worker services. Locally owned and operated, All Care Home Care is there for you and your loved ones. All Care Home Care, South Poplar Street in Hazleton.
Quality Beverage wishes you peace and joy at Christmas time and throughout the coming year. Happy holidays from Quality Beverage. Here's to good friends, good times, good health, good cheer, and happy holidays throughout the year. Happy holidays from your friends at Lehigh Tire. Christopher J. Falvello wishes you peace and joy at Christmas time and throughout the coming year. Happy holidays from Christopher J. Falvello, General and Implant Dentistry.
Well, local first grade students had it made today. They got to enjoy some reading time, were given brand new books to take home, and even got a visit from Santa. It was all thanks to a celebration called RIF, or Reading is Fundamental, and it was definitely fun. With the help of UGI, all the first graders from Arthur Street Elementary and the Annex were able to pick a new book from a great selection. But first, Miss Millie and Mr. Scott read them a few storybooks. Faculty, UGI, and of course all the kids were excited to get reading.
Reading is so important. It's the base for all their education. We strive in Arthur Street Elementary to make sure that our students are the best readers when they leave here and go on to the next grade level, and this just helps.
Oh, it's so much fun to read to them. You see their faces, and they really enjoy the books, and reading is so important, especially in today's day and age. And the more education they get, the better. So we're more than happy to supply the books for the kids.
Reading's a lot of fun.
This is RIF's first celebration of the year, but certainly not the last. The kids will enjoy more books again in February and in March. Very great. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. If you'd like to watch this newscast again, you can tune in for a rebroadcast throughout tonight and into the morning. And don't forget, we're always on at ssptv.com. On behalf of all of us here at News 13, be safe, stay warm, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.